bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Viking 18, 70 Timberwolves.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. This defense for the Titans, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Jarrett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice throw by the rookie from Georgia. He's got his mates a 1st down here.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Cowboy 8, 70 Lions. 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun. Jarrett. Austin brings in the quick throw. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to ball his way down to shape here for second and goal.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and goal from the 1. Will score. Touchdown, Steelers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Motion, motion. Let's go.
Throwing is Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Second and 10.
Go! Liking 18. Cougar 19.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Ready, ready.
Hand off to Spears. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The Titans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Spears. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on second and 14.
Here we go. Shot. Cowboy 80.
To throw, here's Ward. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Here's Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4. Here is 3rd down and 4.
7 Pirates. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw. Jarrett going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all. And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Now Chubb running right. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready? Left,
Off the play fake. Jarrett. Oh, heavy rush, and down he goes.
Loss of 5 yards.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howard. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19
Now
Tiger,
an audible
19
here into
Tiger.
something else.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
The first carry off for Tony Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go, set. Ready, you're up.
Off the play fake, Ward. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Go check, go check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
70 Lions. Ready.
Going for it. Here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who can throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed.
Check out.
Ward. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Ward. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. Hiking, 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Cowboy 80. Timberwolf.
Throwing now, Ward. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Ready! 60 Eagles!
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next the score, Steelers 14, Titans nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Viking 18!
Out of the gun again to Pollard. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
43-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
Let's go! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Ready?
Here's Pollard again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4 3rd and 1.
Made at the 38-yard
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On the double.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ward now working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
That's good.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, here the Steelers. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready?
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Panther 6. 60.
Looks like they move things around here.
Watch the whip. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now Ward. And this is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 70 Lions. Hey, what's the bet? What's the bet? Got the bet. Check. Hurt. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Hut.
Operating for the gun. Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Chubb will get the ball running left. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing. It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Second and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Operating from the gun, Jarrett. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Jarrett. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, they'll shift things around.
Go!
Butler taking up the gun. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready,
Line
break.
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Oh, yeah, you got it.
Watch the motion.
Check out.
Operating from the gun.
Moore drops this underneath for Pollard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Ward. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, D. Oh, yeah, DB, let's go. Here we go. Broncos, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Rush in. 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut, hut.
And here's a give to Spears. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go now. Ready?
They go play action with Ward. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Liking 18.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Jarrett. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short. Because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Bronco 80. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On the toss, it's Spears. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Spears
His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jarrett. That is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2, Purple 80, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Cougar 19, ready.
Right back to Spears. Room here to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 13. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Huh.
Off play action, Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll send Austin in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down. Jarrett going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll complete this one. Biocacro. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go! 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Go!
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense They spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
70 Timberwolves. Cowboys.
Now they're audible to something else.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again.
Gets this complete to Butte.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
On the double. 19, Tiger, 19,
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 9.
Let's go. Viking 18. Viking 18. Ready?
On the draw, it's Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Ready?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Ward. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jarrett.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, Shaq, go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Boswell's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost him.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
Titans 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for
So they'll get
Pittsburgh.
another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Go.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard
Defenses always talk
line.
about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw, here's Ward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go. 70 left.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 44-yard line, here's a second and 8.
19.
Now they'll change things up.
Watch the twist.
Ready.
Here's Ward. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Bronco 80. Ready, right?
Back to throw. More. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
70 Timberwolf.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And he is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Got it. Ready?
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on second and 15.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
Ward. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage of that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. He tried to do it himself but couldn't find his way to the marker. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun. Jarrett going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Go. 70 Lions. Cowboy 80. Steady.
Now Spears begin the drive.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
70 Timberwolf.
1 yard gain.
Steady.
To throw is Ward. They'll set up the screen for Spears.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Mustang 19.
Throwing now, Ward. That one's taken in by Spears.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on it.
Now Ward. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion,
Here we go.
it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
attacking. 18. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Going for it. Here's Ward. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Steelers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right